Peace, guys and goddess, and hail Zamint. In the last video, I talked about how the reverse migration is something that needs to take place, especially as things become more politically unstable. And if you are in the current cities, like Chicago and things like this, if you are not willing to necessarily move to a southern state, how we need to migrate to the suburbs. Now, um, during the early times of me becoming more politically aware and active, I was living in Dalton. And at the time in Dalton, this is when I created the Indigenous People Party. Um, now, this was a political party intended to uh, essentially fill the gap um, in the political lapse that was going on in Dalton, because Dalton is virtually just as unstable as any other American city, but Dalton is particularly very unstable. Okay, now, um, what prompted this is uh, um, Mayor Brendan Johnson here in Chicago. Okay, uh, he introduced and signed off on this bill and everything that is again going to heavily affect black homeowners in Chicago. It is a tax property bill, okay, that is going to heavily um, affect black owners on the south and west side, per usual. I mean, every mayor has done this. This is nothing new. This is why majority of the south side black homeowners end up moving to the south suburbs. But see, this is what I'm here to talk about, because and this is mainly addressed for my people who are already living in places like Dalton, South Holland, and Calumet City, places of this nature. And this is also to encourage more of the Chicagoans to move to neighboring suburbs, such as the ones I named. Now, why is this important? Because again, as we are talking about consolidating our power, we have to take advantage of the opportunities that are being presented. So, as Chicago raised the taxes on these black homeowners and you guys begin to move out, okay, um, places like Dalton and Calumet City and South Holland should be the main places that you go. Okay, uh, Dalton is 90% black at this point. Is a 90% black population state. Okay, or a city, county, whatever you want to call it, suburb. Um, and it is very politically unstable, and it has a very low voter turnout. You understand? These elections are made and these decisions are made by merely hundreds and not thousands. It is a very low number. There's a very low voter turnout. Um, but uh, this this place in this place Dalton has um, good land acquisition. You understand? If you are a black owned business, uh, the way that you can economically thrive in a city like Dalton is astonishing. Your business would almost overnight see an increase in the revenue, and the increase in traffic. Do you understand? And foot traffic, things of this nature. Um, Another place is Calumet City. Calumet City is again a 72 black population, and they have more vacant retail and commercial zones. So this could serve as more of like an economic hub. As we begin to build, you understand, as we begin to establish some sort of infrastructure, okay. And South Holland has an 80% black population, but this is like the middle class black population. You understand, and in places like South Holland, for example, they have a high activity in civic participation. So things like voting and and things of that administrative nature and bureaucratic nature that affects our everyday life. In South Holland, there's high participation by that 80% black population. So this will be the foundation for our administrative places. You understand? South Holland can be an administrative hub for the black population as we begin to consolidate our power. We're talking school boards, we're talking credit unions. This is where things like that can take place and be founded. So I'm bringing this up because I want us to begin to see that these things, these solutions that are being presented are very much feasible. Okay, they are very doable. They are not out of reach, and in fact, they are being forced upon us. That is the more important thing to take away from here. We are being forced into these places, but because of our mindset, we don't even understand what type of advantage we are being handed, while also being dealt the short end of the stick. Yes, we are being forced out of Chicago, but our black businesses in Chicago do not do well. They don't do well here. Okay. I'm sorry to the black business owners, but no one in Lincoln Park, no one in Edgewater, or on the north side, no one is going to shop with you. Your business is going to go fucking flat broke trying to open it downtown, trying to open it in Lakeview, trying to open it in River North. It's going to go flat fucking broke every time, and it does. Okay, you need to go to places where we are more heavily populated, and you can actually begin to see your dollar, and not only see your dollar, but you begin to be able to employ and have an impact on your community and things of that nature. So this video is essentially um, to paint the picture that these things are real and they are necessary. They are feasible. This is not some make believe thing that will take hundreds and thousands of years for us to do. This is something that within the next 4 years, we could have change in our political presence, and a true consolidation of our power, and a sense of true nationhood again. We just have to be willing to take these steps.